Hey guys, how's it going? This is Cardfight Destiny. I am back today to do another deck profile. And today's deck profile is... Ain't that familiar? Yeah, it's another Angel Feather deck profile. Today we are doing the Fighters Collection update to it, which isn't that much of a change, but it's enough that I feel it's worth doing a new deck profile on it. Because it has changed up some of the strategies of this deck a little bit. So, starting off with, we have the starting Vanguard Black Candle Azrail. For those of you who didn't see my last video, Azrail's skill is as follows. Generation Break 1, counterblast 1, put the unit into your soul. Put the top card of your deck into your damage zone, face up. Choose a face up card from your damage zone, put it into your hand. So basically, if the card that you top deck is a card you like, you can add it to your hand. Otherwise, put something else into your hand. On to triggers, which have not changed at all. I have that 1 Rocket Dash Unicorn. 3 Hotshot Celestial Samyaza. 4 Nurse of Danger Heart. 4 Doctroid Refros. Doctroid Refros this skill. Counterblast 1, put this unit on top of your deck. Choose up to 2 cards from your damage zone, put them on top of your deck. Shuffle your deck. For each card put with this effect, put the top card of your deck into your damage zone, then draw a card. And 4 Sunny Smile Angel. Sunny Smile Angel. When it has the full-on ability because you can use it as a starting Vanguard. When this unit boosts, the boosted unit gets power plus 3000 until the end of that battle. At the beginning of the end phase of that turn, return this unit to your deck, shuffle the deck. Ooh, I've been using this card a little wrong. But that's besides the point. I haven't won any tournaments thanks to this deck, so I haven't cheated that much. To explain my little misconception, I misread this skill as being at the beginning of the end step of that battle. You shuffle it back into the deck. Oops. Don't make the same mistake as I do, people. Read your cards thoroughly. Real quick. I have been tempted to test out the 8 stand trigger build, which is basically running 4 of the Nociel stand triggers, which basically is when Nociel's on rearguard circle, if you have an Angel Feather Vanguard, she gets the skill. If you put her into the soul, choose a card from your hand, put it into the damage zone, choose a card from the damage zone, add it to your hand. I'm half tempted to test that out. I will get back to you. I will do a slight update video talking about how that has changed the build up at all. If I ever do get around to it, I need to get those Nociels first. Anyway, getting on to grade 1s. I run 4 Hotshot Celestial Aniel as my perfect guards, because I don't need Israel for this deck, and this is better because of Laurel still being at 4. Because no one wants to ever get punched by Laurel. I run 4 Black Hole Nakir, the Stride Enablers, because they are still necessary. I run 3 Battle Cupid Nociels, because they are still necessary for this build, especially with Gavrail. And I run 3 Thousand Ray Pegasus, because ideal first ride target and all that other shenanigans. Because Raphael is still a thing, even with Odysseus getting limited to 2. On to grade 2s, which you will now see the slight change. I run 3 Love Machine Gun Nociels. Don't ask me why I stuttered on that. Love Machine Gun Nociel. Choose an Angel Feather from your hand, put it into your damage zone when this unit is placed on rearguard circle. If you have an Angel Feather Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a card from your damage zone, put it into your hand. Decent skill, only thing that holds her back is her 8k base. Oh, and that's the same skill as... where are you? Battle Cupid Nociel. I forgot to mention what Battle Cupid Nociel does. But Nociel does it when she's put into the Guardian Circle, which is why she's a little more useful. And, so yeah. Continuing on, I still run 4 Nurse of Broken Heart. Nurse of Broken Heart skill, Generation Break 1. When this card is put into your damage zone, choose one of your Vanguard, and that unit gets power plus... choose one of your Vanguard, and this unit get power plus 2000. Borked combo is still Borked. Having multiple of them on the field means your Vanguard is going to be gaining a lot more power every time, having multiple of them on board means your Vanguard is getting double, if not triple that effect, or quadruple if you're lucky you get all 4 of them on board, like I did one tournament recently. You get multiple of them on board, and your Vanguard's gonna get uber beef. And last but not least, I run 4th Million Ray Pegasus, which has the same effect as the Thousand Ray Pegasus, where every time you put a card into your damage zone, it gets power plus 2,000. Now on to grade 3s. Starting off with the main boss of the deck still, is 4 Black Shiver Gavrail, the Heartbreaker of the deck. Black Shiver Gavrail. Generation Break 2. When your card is put into your damage zone, until the end of the turn, this unit gets continuous Vanguard Circle. All of the units in the front row get power plus 2,000. So every time I take a damage, her and my 2 rear guards get plus 2k. Nurse of Broken Hearts are on board. She's getting, if 2 are on board, she's getting plus 2 for 6,000, and my rear guards are getting plus 4,000. And her Heartbreak skill. Cannibalize 1 during your turn. When your G unit strides, you may pay the cost. If you do, look at 3 cards off the top of your deck, search up to 1 card from among them, put it into your damage zone face up. Put the rest of the cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. Choose a face up card from your damage zone, call it your rear guard circle, and that unit gets power plus 2,000 at the end of the turn. Nice starting wombo combos, especially when Nurse of Broken Hearts or Doctroid Refros go into the damage zone to that effect, and you call them out with it. And last but not least for my grade 3s is the newest addition to the deck, Love Sniper Nociel at 4. Love Sniper Nociel. Cannibalize 1. When a card with Nociel in its card name is put into your damage zone, you may pay the cost. If you do, add that card, and that card is face up, put that card into your hand, and put the top card of your deck into your damage zone face up. Basically, every time a Nociel gets damaged, you get to add it to your hand. Add a new card into the damage zone. If you do this during the opponent's turn when you take damage, basically now, she gets added into your hand, you put a new card into the damage zone, Nurse of Broken Heart, and you have Nurse of Broken Hearts on board. Nurse of Broken Hearts are now going to trigger, and you're going to get plus 2k times your Vanguard's going to get plus 2k defense times the number, plus 4k defense, excuse me, times, no, I was right, plus 2k defense times the number of Nurse of Broken Hearts you have on board. That's what I was trying to say. So, 1 Nurse of Broken Heart on board, Nociel goes to 13k. 2 on board, she goes to 15k. 3 on board, the ideal, she goes to 17k. And the second skill, choose a card from your hand, put it face up into your damage zone. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a card from your damage zone, put it into your hand. This allows you to, on a turn you can't... Sorry, that was my phone going off. You heard that. This allows you to, on a turn when you can't stride, or, well, never mind. This allows you to basically, let's say you have Thousand Ray and Million Rays on board. When you're going to grade 3, and you can't stride because you don't have any grade 3s or striders or stride enablers in your hand, basically ride her. If you have another Nociel in your hand, put Nociel into the damage zone, add any card that you need in your damage zone into your hand, and then do the pull-ups. And then activate her main skill, because Nociel went into the damage zone, and keep beefing up 1,000 and Million Ray Pegasuses, or get a grade 3 or a strider into your hand when you need to stride. That's what I really like about her. Whew. Okay, that was a mouthful, but I'm trying to also blitz through this. Getting onto the G zone now. I still run 4 Holy Seraph Raphael. For those of you who do not know what Raphael does, basically once per turn, flip a copy of herself face up. Oh, you don't need it. It's not even if. Oh no, it is because Generation Break 2. Generation Break 2, once per turn, flip a copy of herself face up, heal 1 damage. So basically, go into anything else first stride. Second stride, you stride her, flip a card face up. In the second stride her, you're at GB2 now. Because the thing people still don't get is, and I went over this before, but this is for people who haven't seen this video yet, seen the last video, the Generation Break skills activate if you have a face-up G unit in the G zone, and a face-up G unit on your Vanguard Circle. Face-up G unit on your Vanguard Circle, and you have a G unit on your Vanguard Circle. This goes for the G units themselves that have the GB skills. They count for themselves. I run 1 Snow Element Blizza. This is mostly for when I mostly have him for when I go on Gavrail, and I want to get her GV2 live ASAP. Blizza skill for people who still don't know. Counterblast 1. Choose any G unit that's face down in your G zone, turn it face up. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, you pay the cost. If you do, this unit gets power plus 5,000 for each face-up card in your G zone to the end of that battle. So, beating numbers if you use him late because you're on Nociel. I run 1 Holy Seraph Raziel. Raziel is the main finisher of the deck because of what he can do together with Nurse of Broken Heart. Raziel skill, Soul Blast 2. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle, you may pay the cost. If you do, return all cards from your damage zone to your deck, shuffle your deck. For each card returned with this effect, put the top card of your deck into your damage zone face up. You do this at 5 damage. You have 3 Raziels on board. Now your Vanguard is gaining plus 6k times 5. Beefy numbers. And last but not least, the newest addition to the deck, I run 2 Holy Seraph Nociel. Nociel skill. Choose 2 of your rear guards, put them into your damage zone face up. At the end of the battle, if this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you have a heart card with Nociel in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose 2 cards from your damage zone, call them to separate rear guard circles. Then, if the units called with this effect have Nociel in its card name, they get plus 5k. So basically, your ideal thing to do is when you have a grade 1 and a grade 3 Nociel column, because now it's 16k, so it will hit numbers, and then it'll be 26k when you recycle. And so that allows for really fun things to do with the deck. So overall, I will say I really like this deck. I really like the new updates to this deck. Holy Seraph Nociel and Love Sniper Nociel really do make for some dumb combos. I feel that if I do run the Stand Trigger Nociels, the deck might run a little bit faster too, and a little bit better because I'll have more Nociels to hit the damage zones. But other than that, this is basically it. So overall, this is a really solid deck. It's always been a solid deck because of just how beefy numbers things can get. I feel that in G Regulations deck, if we ever get G Regulation, this deck would probably be one of the topping decks of G Regulation. So, this is Card Fight Destiny signing out, and I will see you all next time, people. Peace.